guys, what's up? I'm Chantel. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to day 11 of Vlogmas. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a Christmas tag. I just found some questions online that I will be answering to the best of my ability. Hopefully I do them justice. And yeah, that's it for this intro. Let's just get into the video. Okay, so the first question is, how do you celebrate Christmas? It's kind of changed a bit over the years, to be honest, but mostly what we do, like with my family, is we go to church either Christmas Eve or Christmas morning. The last few years we've gone on Christmas Eve. Obviously this year, because of COVID, we won't actually be going to our church. Our church is quite large, and there's a lot of people that go there, so they can't have the large gatherings like they usually do for Christmas Eve, because the Christmas Eve masses are huge. Like, there's so many people. So we'll just be watching it at home via live stream. But yeah, we go to church Christmas Eve. We usually go to my grandparents, either that night because I don't live far from my church, and then we just kind of come home and like put on our stockings and stuff and get all ready for bed. When we were younger, we put up like cookies and milk for Santa and stuff, and yeah, what else we do? Then like the next day we just kind of spend time at home opening gifts. So we'll go visit my grandparents again, and yeah, it's just a lot of family time. We do a lot of visiting with family and friends who either come to visit us or we go to visit them. Yeah, we always like exchange like little gifts with each other, and just have a good time. Sometimes we like play games or watch movies together. My family usually watches a movie on like either Christmas night or Christmas Eve night, usually Christmas night. Christmas Eve, we usually go to church. But yeah, we'll like go to a movie to watch together, and yeah. Obviously, right now I'm not living with my family at the moment, so I also celebrate with my roommates. Usually we celebrate Christmas Eve, like during the day. We'll do like our little gift exchange between like all of us, and we'll watch a Christmas movie, have some hot chocolate, some cookies, and we'll either have our Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve, or we'll have it on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. But yeah, we always like do like super cute things. We usually take like a Christmas picture together a few days before Christmas, and yeah, just a lot of time, like I said, spent with family, friends, my roommates. It's just, yeah, really fun time. I'm really looking forward to it this year. Number 2 is, how are you spending this Christmas? Well, I kind of already explained that, but basically, again, me and my roommates are going to be doing our own Christmas on Christmas Eve, and hopefully we'll be moved into our new house by then, so we'll have like a new place like all decorated and stuff. Excuse me. And like, I don't know what is going on with my voice. So yeah, we'll do our present opening and stuff, and we're gonna have our Christmas dinner on Boxing Day, which is actually one of the staff who works at my home. It's her last day, Boxing Day, so we'll be celebrating that and like also celebrating Christmas. But yeah, I mostly do like our Christmas stuff here, Christmas Eve, and then on Boxing Day, and then Christmas Day I will be going, or Christmas Eve night I'll be going to my parents' house, and we'll watch the Christmas Eve Mass on TV, and then we'll excuse me, and then we'll just like probably watch a movie or something, and yeah, then we'll spend the day together at home on Christmas Day, and we might go to my grandmother depending on how she's feeling, and like, you know, COVID rules and all that stuff, because that's still kind of all up in the air. And we'll do a Zoom with my grandfather who lives in a nursing home, so we can't go visit him because of COVID. And yeah, then the next day we'll probably do a Zoom with my other grandparents who live a little further away and are like super cautious because there's more cases, and I live in a city and there's more cases here, and they live like in the country, and there's not as many cases there at all compared to what we have. So we're probably just going to do a Zoom with them, which will be different this year, obviously. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it anyways. It's just looking forward to seeing my family and spending time with them. Third question is, are you good at buying gifts for others? I'd say I'm pretty good at buying gifts. I love buying gifts. Like, just like picking out like the perfect thing. Like, just the feeling that you get when you go into a store and you find like the perfect thing. You're like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Like, this person will love this. So yeah, I think I'm pretty good. Last year, everyone on my list got books because I was working at a bookstore. This year, a lot of people just got, I mentioned this before, I'm making hats for people. So a lot of people were getting hats that I made, and I got a lot of compliments on them. So yeah, I got some pretty cute things for my roommates. I got some little like, oh my gosh, I call them the COVID masks. like the reusable ones, just like really cute ones. One has like cheetah print on it, the other has like flowers on it, for each of my roommates, and I also made my hat. And yeah, I found some pretty like good gifts for my parents too. I always get my dad like a Starbucks card, and my brother usually like a gift card for either like a clothing store that he likes, or for like video games or like EV games or something. But yeah, I love buying gifts from people. What's your most, number 4 is, what's your most memorable Christmas memory? I don't know. I've like honestly tried to think of this. Actually, maybe I do have one. One of my most memorable memories is when I was a kid, we'd go to visit my grandparents, who like I said, live about an hour away kind of in the country, and they usually get more snow than us. So there's been a couple of years where we've gotten snowed in. Like we'll go visit them either on Christmas Day or on Boxing Day, and we'll get snowed in until the next day. I think one year we actually were snowed in like 2 days. So that was pretty interesting. I think one year we lost power actually. I got like after supper, we were just, like, watching a movie and power went out. And we had to stay the night. And another time my dad was driving down the road. They live on like a little like dirt road, so we're just driving down the road, and we're like, no, we can't do this. It's too snowy, too icy, so we just turned around and came back. But yeah, those are pretty kind of fun memories, I guess. Yeah. I also really remember, well, not really well because I was pretty young, but I do enjoy the memories that I do have of my first Christmas with my family after I was adopted when I was 7 years old. So yeah, that's also a pretty special memory. The next question, number 5, is how did you spend last Christmas? Basically kind of like what I explained again. My parents picked me up Christmas Eve night, at like 9 o'clock. We went to church. I was altar serving, and we went to midnight mass, which ended at like midnight, started at 10, ended at midnight, and then went home, and basically went right to bed, because it was late, and we were tired. During the day, I did my gift exchange with my roommates, and had supper, like a Christmas dinner with them, and I think in the evening before my parents picked me up, me and one of my other roommates did like a face mask and just kind of like chill and watch Christmas movies in the evening, which was super fun and cute. Yeah, and then the next day we went to visit my grandparents, and we did like our gift opening at home, and like called like friends and family. So yeah, pretty like typical Christmases for us. Number 6 is on Christmas Eve, what do you leave out for Santa? We always left out cookies and milk. I'm gluten-free, so we sometimes have like a little snack of the cookies before we put out for Santa. So usually they were just like ones that we bought whenever like baked our own cookies or whatever, because we just didn't have time. So we were like a super busy family, and we just didn't do much baking. But we put out like, usually gluten-free cookies, and then like milk, which was usually almond milk or lactose, because I can't drink regular milk, and neither does my brother. So yeah. We also always left out carrots for the reindeer. And usually like a candy cane too. Number 7 is, what is your favorite Christmas movie? I actually mentioned this in yesterday's video. My favorite Christmas movie in the world is The Grinch, by far. Absolutely obsessed with it. Great movie. I don't know why I love it so much. I just always have. Number 9 is, what do you eat on Christmas Day? Turkey, of course. Turkey, mashed potatoes, dressing or stuffing, whatever you want to call it. Obviously left with gravy over. I love gravy, and I love stuffing. I usually like carrots. My grandmother used to make this, and now one of the staff at I don't think I've done this before, but I live in like a small like group home kind of thing for people with disabilities. Anyways, my grandmother used to make this, and I would make it here too. It's called a sweet potato casserole. So it's basically like sweet potato with like brown sugar on the top, and like pecans, and then sometimes you can put marshmallow over it, and it's so good. It's more like a dessert than like a meal portion, but it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And obviously, like, yeah, like your dessert, you got like cookies. My grandmother always made like really cute cookies, cupcakes, pies. Like she had like the whole shebang. Like everything would be on the table. Number 10 is, what do you have any Christmas Eve traditions? Yeah, like I said before, usually we do like last minute wrapping during the day, like back when I was like living at home, when I was home during the day. Not only home for Christmas Eve night. But yeah, we go to church. It's like obviously a very important thing to me is like, you know, the trimming of Christmas, being about Jesus and his birth. So yeah, we go to church and then we come home. We used to like visit my grandparents that same night too. When I was really young, we'd like go there for Christmas Eve dinner, or we'd have like a little Christmas Eve party before we went to church. And then after that, we'd come home, and as a kid, what we would do is we didn't put out like our Christmas stockings until Christmas Eve. Like I know a lot of families like put them out like when they decorate for Christmas. We didn't put out our stockings until literally just before we went to bed on Christmas Eve. And we all had like our own little stockings. We put them out. We didn't have a chimney or a fireplace in my house, so we put them on the back of one of the couches in the living room and just kind of set them out there. We also put one up for my cat too. And then as we got older, after we stopped like believing in Santa, we'd each go out one at a time and put a little stocking stuffer that we either bought or made into each other's stocking, and then my parents would fill them up with other stuff after we went to bed. Yeah, sometimes we'd open one gift on Christmas Eve, either at my grandmother's house or at home. We haven't done that as much lately, like the last few years, but yeah, we basically printed all the presents, put them under the tree. We put out the cookies and milk for Santa and the carrot for the reindeer. And then one tradition that my family had is, because we didn't have a fireplace or a chimney, we had Santa came in through the front door. So we had this giant Santa key, and it's during before Christmas, it just kind of sat on, we have like a little table in our foyer that's like decorated for every season, and obviously during this time it's decorated for Christmas. So it just kind of like sits around, we have this little snowman guy, and it just kind of sits around him. But on Christmas Eve, me and my brother would both pick it up together, and my parents made a big deal of it, like taking a picture and a video, and we'd walk to the front door with it and put it on the door so Santa could get in the house, and then we'd make sure we like locked the door and the key was safe outside. The next day we'd like come to see if Santa had put it back. Yeah, sometimes we'll like I said, we'll either watch a movie sometimes on Christmas Eve. Usually we don't have time. My brother and I usually will watch a movie like during the day, when we're home. But like I said, basically it's church, home, and get stockings out, and then get ready for bed, basically. But yeah, those are our Christmas Eve traditions. Next question is, do you wear Christmas jumpers? If so, show us a picture. Well, I'm wearing one today. This is actually my roommate's. I borrowed it from her. It's just the screen. So it's not super Christmassy, but it's green. And then I was actually wearing one in my video yesterday, which I will show you. I got this. I literally ordered it from this online Instagram store, and I love it. It's just this super big, like kind of oversized sweater, and it has like this Christmas scene on it with Santa and his reindeer, and like a little house and trees and mountains. I like it. It's cute, comfy, very comfy actually. It's super warm. It's like kind of fleecy on the inside. Yeah, I love it. Alrighty. Next question is, in your culture, what date do you receive gifts? We do either December 24th, Christmas Eve. We open one gift, and then December 25th, Christmas Day, we open the rest of our gifts. Next question is, next question is, show us your Christmas decorations. I can't do that right now because we are in the process of moving, so we have no Christmas decorations up. I had some up in my room, but I had to take them down to pack. But yeah, I would do that, but I can't. I will be doing like a decorate with me and like a little like Christmas room tour once I move in. Next question is, do you like eggnog? And the answer is no. I do not like eggnog. For one, I can't drink it because I'm allergic to dairy, and even like the dairy-free ones I don't like very much. So yeah, I don't like eggnog. Number 15 is, have you ever visited the North Pole? No, I have not. That would be really cool though. I did write a story once when I was in grade 6, which I write a Christmas story. And I wrote a story about a girl who visited this group of friends who like visited the North Pole and like met Santa. But yeah. Number 16 is, what was your favorite gift you ever received on Christmas? I don't know if I like have a favorite gift that I ever received. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I like really have a favorite gift. When I was 15, I got an iPod for Christmas. That was pretty cool. I really enjoyed indoors. I was very excited. It was kind of like an unexpected thing. My dad just kind of like reached into his pocket, like after we finished opening the present. He's like, "There's one more present," and he gave it to me. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So my brother was very jealous, and he started crying because he didn't get one. But yeah. What else? I remember one year I asked for a dollhouse, and I got like this. It was like a build your own dollhouse thing. I think I was like 9 years old when I got it, and unfortunately, I never actually got to build it. Well, I did a few years later when my brother's friend came over to visit, and his sister absolutely loved me, so she like stayed over, and we made part of the house together. So yeah, I guess those are my favorite gifts. But yeah, I can't really think of one that like really like stands out to me. Who knows? Maybe that'll be this year. Next question is, have you ever gone Christmas caroling? Yes, I have actually. At my high school, I went to 2 different high schools. At the first one that I went to, the private school, we would go every year and stand by the little Salvation Army kettles in like grocery stores and just sing Christmas songs together. I cannot sing, but we'd all like the whole like high school would get together and we just sing songs. It's actually really fun. We'd have like 2 of our teachers with their instruments, like their guitars or whatever, and singing, and then a lot of people in my class could actually sing really well, and I could not, but it was still fun. We usually got like candy canes and stuff. I remember one year we were Christmas caroling at a local like superstore or something, and there was this little girl that came in, and she was like dancing in front of us, and then one of the girls in my class went like started like dancing with her, and it was just super cute. Next question, number 18, is, have you ever built a gingerbread house? Yes, I have. I built one. I remember building one in grade 12 in my food science class. I loved that class, especially around the holidays. It was super fun. And like me and my friends would just sit around at the table building a gingerbread house. That was pretty fun. We built one last year here with my roommates. I've done a few at this like place that I go to called the Club. It's a club for people with different disabilities and stuff. And we sometimes will build gingerbread houses there. I think I built one at home with my parents, but we usually didn't do a lot of that stuff because, like I said, we were super busy and like just didn't have time to do like a lot of that kind of stuff, but I usually did some in school or whatever. Next question is, try to name all of Santa's reindeer. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Okay, well there's Rudolph, obviously. Donner, Blitzen, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, and Cupid? No, Cupid's not one. How many is that? How many reindeer are there? There's 8 reindeer, right? Donner, and Cupid, Donner, and Vixen. I think that's it. That's all I can remember right now. Next question is number 20. Finish this elf quote. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Number 21 is worst present you've ever received. I don't know if I have like a worst present. I remember, I think one year my grandmother gave me and my brother like a kid's dictionary. That was kind of boring, I guess. But it was still nice, and I definitely used it like for they used to do a lot of writing and stuff when I was a kid. So I still do, honestly. But yeah, it wasn't the most exciting present, I guess, to give like a 10-year-old kid. Next question is, what is your all-time favorite Christmas food? Probably the sweet potato casserole, like I was talking about earlier, or dressing, or stuffing. We call it, excuse me, in my family we call it dressing. So good. So I'd say that, or like also just like some of the desserts. Like my grandma makes a really good like lemon meringue pie or pumpkin pie. So good. Let me end that my grandmother's make so good. Number 23 is make a noise to show how excited you are about Christmas. Yay! I don't know what to do. That was so cringy, but yeah, I'm very excited for Christmas. I'm always very excited for Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. Number 24 is your Christmas tree real or fake? The Christmas tree that my family gets every year is real because my grandfather, he has like a Christmas tree farm. He lives in an area where there's like a bunch of Christmas trees, and that's like what a lot of people do. He used to do it and like sell them to like different like local Christmas tree like places where they sell Christmas trees, whatever you call those. But he's getting older now, so he just does it for family. I remember when we were kids, me and my brother and my parents would go and like go to their house and go like through like the forest in their backyard and pick out a Christmas tree. And now my grandfather usually just kind of knows what we want, so he just like takes a picture and sends it to my parents and is like, hey, is this one good? And they're like, yes or no, and brings it over on his truck. So yeah, but here in apartments we have to have a fake tree, and also I think it's just for like licensing reasons for the, since I'm in a group home kind of thing, we have to have a fake tree because a real tree is technically a fire hazard, I guess. But we're not totally sure on that though. We're gonna try to see if we can get a real tree for when we're in the new house, but I don't think it's gonna happen, so we just have a fake tree for now. Next question is number 25. It says, have you ever built a snowman? Do you want to build a snowman? Sorry, I just didn't think of that. And yes, of course I have. I live in Canada. We get a lot of snow. So I've definitely built a snowman. I love building snowmen. We literally installed just a tiny bit yesterday, and I built a little mini snowman because I was bored. Next question is, who cooks the Christmas meal? Here at my house, it's one of the staff here who's a really good cook. The other one is like, the reason we're actually having our Christmas dinner on the 26th is because the staff that actually knows how to cook a turkey and stuff isn't working on the 24th, so we're having it on the 26th when she's working. And then at home, it's, well, usually we go to my grandmother's house in, like a few hours away in the country, and she cooks an amazing Christmas meal. But if we have one at home, which we do sometimes, it's always cooked by my dad. He's the cook in the family, really. He does a lot of the cooking. Number 27 is, what gifts do you want for Christmas this year? I kind of already answered this in my Christmas wish list video, but my like top 3 gifts, I guess, would be a Polaroid camera. I really want one of those, LED lights, and a Julie and the Phantoms poster. And actually, I used to read Top 4 because I really want Shawn Mendes' They Love, probably the Target version, which you can get in Canada. I think like Sunrise Records, it's like an exclusive version. It comes with like a little poster that I would want to put up on my wall, so definitely those things. Number 28 is, do you prefer giving or receiving gifts on Christmas? I mean, both is, great, obviously. I mean, who doesn't love receiving gifts? But I love giving gifts. Like I said before, picking out the perfect gift and just seeing people's reactions when they open them on Christmas Day is just the best thing ever. Like, just like, take it and like, oh my gosh, I wonder if they're gonna like it. And like how excited are they gonna be when they see it? And I love that. Number 29 is, what is your favorite thing about Christmas? Just everything, like, just the festivities, the lights, everyone seems just so much, I mean, obviously people are stressed because, like, Christmas shopping and this and that, definitely stressful, especially as you get older, but, just, like, all the holiday activities that there are, all of the fun stuff to do, the Christmas movies, being with family is the best thing. That time spent with your family is so important, especially like nowadays. Obviously, people may not be able to get together with their families as much this year because of COVID, but I'm lucky that I at least get to see my parents and my brother, and yeah, it was just basically a combination of everything. Obviously, the food too, that's a great part. I love food. Number 30 is, have you ever celebrated Christmas in another culture? And no, I have not. I've only ever celebrated Christmas here at home in Canada. I'd like to celebrate it maybe like, I kind of want to celebrate like a warmer culture, like maybe go to like, I don't know, Australia, where it's like literally summer when it's Christmas, or like even like LA or Florida, well not Florida, I don't know, to like, just experience Christmas there, like, being all warm and like, like go swimming or something on Christmas. Like, that's so weird to me, like, the fact that people can like go swimming, like just go in like their shorts and t-shirt when here we're like bundled up because it's so cold and snowy. Number 31 is, what makes Christmas special for you? Definitely the family time. I love it. I just thrive off of like that kind of time. And when I was younger, sometimes things were harder because of like my past. Before I was adopted, things would like sometimes come up in my head. It was a little harder when I like was really young, but now since I don't get to spend as much time with my family now that I've moved out, I really treasure that time being with my family, and it's great. Number 32 is, what would be your dream place to spend Christmas? probably like New York City or something. That would be so cool because just like New York during Christmas just looks like so pretty from what I've seen like the movies and like YouTube videos and like pictures and stuff. It just looks so festive, and I think it would just be like really cool, but also be like super busy, but also like super festive. I feel like so definitely like New York City. Number 33 is who are you spending Christmas with this year? Like I said before, I'm spending Christmas Eve with my roommates, and then Christmas Day with my parents and my brother, and possibly my grandmother and my uncle, depending on COVID and stuff, and then Zooming or FaceTiming my grandparents that live further away. Number 34 is, are you a last minute shopper or are you organized? I'm typically more of a last minute shopper, but the last 2 years have actually been pretty good. Last year was good because I worked at a mall and at a bookstore, so I just kind of did all my shopping like on Black Friday when we had like big sales, and so I got like all my Christmas gifts then. And this year I wanted to get it done earlier before we went into like another lockdown, which I had feeling was coming and kind of did. We're not really allowed to go out right now to like public places. I can still like spend time with family and friends, but to like go to like a store or something is something that is strongly suggested not to do, at least for like the next couple weeks, because our cases were rising. They're starting to go down again though. But yeah, I wanted to get everything done earlier, so I got them all done like the end of November, and most of my presents are wrapped now. The only thing, so always like last minute with making things, like I'll start usually like in November, but then it'll be like 2 weeks before Christmas, and I'm like, oh my god, I still have like so much more things to make, like cards, and this year it's hats. Like I have like so much hats that I need to make, and I only have like 2 weeks to make them, and we're moving in that time, and I'm kind of stressing out about it, and I was working on one today, but then I messed it up, and I had to start it all over again, but hopefully I'll get it done. Number 35 is, what is your one Christmas wish? And one Christmas wish, honestly, just that everybody can like live together. I know it sounds like so cliche, but like live together in peace, like, you know, not all this fighting, I mean, not all people are gonna have disagreements and whatever, but to just have a world where people can kind of accept people's differences and not hate on them for it, or hate on people for speaking up about things or not speaking up about things, and that people can all just be treated fairly, and especially for me, especially disabled people who have been either like ridiculed or like ignored or made fun of for, and just been told they're like less than for years, people to start understanding them more. Yeah, that's definitely my one Christmas wishes. And that is the last question, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little Christmas tag. It was actually pretty fun. I liked answering those questions. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!